Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jayo Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Janandana Yashoda Nandana Braja Janandana Yamuna Tira Panachari Yamuna Tira Panachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari Jayo Radha Kunda Bihari Jayo Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jayo Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Janandana Yashoda Nandana Braja Janandana Yamuna Tira Panachari Yamuna Tira Panachari Jayo Prabhupada 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 Jayo Prabhupada Prabhupada ग्रंथरा श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय प्रभुपाद की जय Hare Krishna. So thank you very much all the devotees for coming this evening. And today is also very a special occasion, it is Ekadashi. So as we are studying through the 5th canto, now coming from 5th canto onward to 10th canto, there are some very important slokas that will come up. So I was thinking, I remember when I was giving a class in New Jersey, at least we would choose 2 important slokas from each chapter, like when we are covering, and for first 10 minutes of the class we actually do a sloka study, how the student and teachers, they go the way that I learned the slokas. So if the devotees feel that something like that would be possible. But if we study a slokas, means we can, study here, but you have to take an initial at home at least for 10 minutes before you come, and you tell that slokas back, and then we go to the next new one. So like that, within 6-7 months, you at least have 20-30 slokas that the important slokas from Bhagavatam. Now, how that helps is, now certain period of the time, such as when we are taking bath, like in the morning time, it is always auspicious to chant some type of slokas, not in toilet, but when we are taking bath. So that is a culture and the custom that comes in a Vedic life, especially when you see people taking bath in Gangas, they are always uttering something, they are chanting some slokas. The culture is that, the Shastras say, especially in Gita Mahatma, it says, Maline mochanam pumsa jala snanam dine dine sakrit gita mirta snanam sansara malanasanam. That by regularly taking bath, one cleans his outward body. We are cleaning our body itself. So that is called Maline mochanam pumsa. All the dirt that is accumulated outside, we are taking bath and cleaning with the water. Then sakrit gita mirta snanam. What about the sakrit? Sakrit means a stool. What is the stool within us then? Means within ourselves, the senses which have been corrupted with the sense gratification and so much corruption with uncontrolled senses, how would they get purified? Then the Shastras, Gita Mahatma, it says that Sakrit Gita Mitasnanam Samsara Malanasanam. If one takes bath with the verses of these slokas or verses of Bhagavad Gita, basically means taking bath means uttering this Bhagavad Gita, then Samsara Malanasanam, he can actually clean himself from the stool of the material world. So the purpose, the culture behind memorizing the slokas is that when you are doing your own deity worship, just like when you do arti in the morning. So most of us, we want to chant some type of slokas. So sometimes we intend to chant the slokas which we think that has come down in parampara, which we think that it is, but it is nowhere to be found in the scriptures. So we end up making some type of concoction. That's, the Shastra says that in Kali Yuga, most of the time, because people don't study the Vedic scriptures properly, they intend to concoct something within their mind and accept that as the religion. Like Krishna says, adharma dharma mitya manyate tamasavitaha. Those who are confused with the mode of ignorance, they accept religion as unreligion, and unreligion as a religion, and in that way they practice. So the culture of memorizing the slokas is that, especially like, say it is a birthday of your own child, it is your own birthday, or you want to make a habit that, at least some auspicious slokas I must chant every day in the morning. It's just like I made my habit to chant the Narayan Kavach and Narsingh Kavach every day. Just like wherever, even if I am driving, along with the Narsingha prayer, I do that chanting at least for 15 minutes. I do have these Kavach mantras that are going on with me. So in that way, we get purified more and more. So that is the purpose. So I thought, now again, it is up to you. If you feel, hafta mein ek to kya farak padta hai. We were memorizing 11 a day, just remember that. Our quota was 11 a day. Because the first class, sorry?
In this Gurukul?
Yes, it was 11 a day. So basically, first class is at 4 o'clock. So basically, you don't get a time to catch up with the first one that you did already. 4 o'clock is the first class, 4:30 is Mangalarti. So with that first class of 4 verses we memorize right from 4 to 4:30. Then we go to Mangalarti. We come back, we have to do the Arjapa. Because after Mangalarti we come, 5 o'clock is Japa class. 5 o'clock to 6:15. So we chant. Then 6:30 is Bhagavad class now. First part is Bhagavatam class, the slokas. The second part is Gita class. That is at 6:30 to 7:15. 7:15 is Guru Puja. Then 8 o'clock is Ramayana class. Like every classes we are going to have the slokas of their own time. So then 9 o'clock we go for our academic classes after Prasadam. So the academic classes finish at 2 o'clock.
So Valmiki Ramayana or Tulsi Ramayana?
Sorry?
Valmiki Ramayana?
Valmiki.
Valmiki Ramayana.
Yes.
Haribol.
Then we go for, like we come at 2 o'clock. From 2 o'clock to 2:30 is taking bath, cleaning our rooms, everything up. Then 2:30 is Prasadam, lunch Prasadam. 3 o'clock is recreation. So we have to get change in our dresses. Like by 3 o'clock we have to go back to the field, football, cricket, whatever the game is. So it's a schedule, children from this age to this age, this field. From children from this age, because we are dealing with 120 children. So there has to be not one sport, it has to be many. So some go for computer class, some go for this class, so it's part of the sports. So what I will say is that like one class doesn't give a time to next one. So next morning by 8 o'clock you are asleep. The next morning again 4 o'clock. Now what you learned at 4 o'clock is going to be the first. Then it comes to the second part, then comes to the third. So that's the way it was happening with us. So basically what we would do is, for every class, the first, when the teacher is teaching, we just write down the slokas quickly. So the sloka stays in our pocket. Now when you walk out of the class, basically we are like the paper in front of us, like whatever we need to study. Academic, same thing. So just memorize. The next day morning that's okay, stand up, and so one by one we have to tell them the slokas that we studied the first day. Then they will teach second one. So otherwise if you don't memorize the first one, it keeps on stacking. So that's, now if you feel that at least once a week, ek to honi chahiye. I don't think it is impossible because all the devotees are computer head here. There is something so much to memorize from computer. It's just a principle of what, how important do you think? What I am saying, is it important factor to your life? Ki kam se kam, when you take bath, you feel very good. You feel very good. Like they used to call me, when I take bath in the morning, they used to call me in Gurukula walking Bhagavad Gita. Like every time, except for toilet, I'm all the time Gita. Except for toilet, every time Gita. So even now, when I'm at my job, I work, I don't know how it comes that sometimes it is, some slokas are coming out. So people tell me that, what are you chanting? Like, what are you saying? It became a habit, you see, like, I don't know what I'm doing. It becomes a habit after some time. So it's good. Culturally, it is very important.
Do you have to only slokas or bhajan is okay? I do bhajan.
No, bhajan is fine, but what happens is, bhajan is Vaishnava created bhajan. Sometimes it is just a favor bhajan, like some compiler or composer likes to composing certain types of things, but it is not directly Vaishnava composed all the time. Avaishnava mukhe vakya vishaya sarpera vishaya. So sometimes it is explained that a word coming out from the mouth of a non-devotee is like a word or poison coming out from the mouth of a servant.
No, I mean Radhe. Radhe.
No, that is fine.
Okay.
But what it is here is that there are two things: the bhajan, and second part is the vakya of the Lord. Basically, when you say Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, you are repeating the words of Krishna himself. It's basically the words. Therefore, the Shastra, what it is, the potency is more because either you are directly repeating what the Vaishnava says, or you are directly uttering what the Supreme Lord said. So, it is not we are trying to replace one by another, but rather trying to create a culture. आप समझे ना? It's like is sometimes कि बोले कि नहीं प्रभु जीरा डालने से पहले गर्म तेल में मेथी डालते तो क्या होता है? या मेथी से पहले जीरा डाले. Only those who know the technique or those who are expert in cooking, they might come out with some idea saying that नहीं ये मेथी को जो पकने में जीरा से थोड़ा ज़्यादा समय लगता है तो इसलिए मेथी ही पहले डालनी चाहिए. So there is a system. You understand? It's not a replacing. We'll do all of it. Bhajan is very nice. Everything is good. But also, then say we will choose the things that are easy for us. Most of the time, what is the tendency of people? My tendency, anyone's tendency, is that you choose the things that are easy. Also, when you tell the child that तुमको पढ़ाई क्या करना है, what do you want to make your subject in life, or what do you want to be special at? If you don't give an encouragement to somebody, everyone is going to choose a subject matter that is going to be easiest to obtain. So here, rather, things look more beautiful when it's decorated. Absolutely. Only a blue dress with no, gold or ornament that is decorating, when it is a blue new dress, that's fine. But when there is varieties of decoration in life, then the life itself becomes more beautiful. जैसे कि कभी मान लीजिए कि आपके घर में कोई पंडित आते हैं और पूजा के टाइम में केवल बोलते जा रहे हैं तमेव माता च पिता बोलते ये एक ही मंत्र रखते जा रहे हैं शुरू से लेकर अंत तक ही only chant one shloka, maybe he doesn't know more. But if they can be creative and like every time you hear is a different mantras, so that's nice, बहुत knowledge is. So basically this varieties basically decorates the life that we have. We chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, we are not trying to replace anything with Maha Mantra, but rather, as I said, the best time to chant this type of mantras is when you are taking bath. आप सुनो भजन आप गाड़ी चलाते हुए थोड़ा भजन आ जाता है, वो नेचुरल भजन का टाइम environment बन जाता है. When you are taking bath, it becomes an environment of slokas. ठीक है ना कि कभी कभी जब ठंडी पानी से नहा रहे हो तो आप ऊपर नीचे कूदा आप क्या करेंगे? You have to say something very active. Then you say यत्र योगेश्वरो कृष्ण यत्र पार्था धनुर्धर. Because for bhajan you have to start thinking of melodies also. You have to be more peaceful to think of that melodies. आप समझे ना बात? तो slokas becomes more like it is more for that type of environment. Either the water is too hot, that you have to be quick. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram. So the slokas become the best for that environment. And because it is spoken by Krishna, otherwise how are you going to maintain the culture of keeping the direct word of Krishna intact in your life? How are you going to do that? आप समझे ना बात को? अगर आप उसको कहीं न कहीं जगह नहीं देंगे, the words of Krishna should have space somewhere. The words of Acharya should have space somewhere. The words of Guru must have space somewhere. Isn't it? So where are you going to fit the words of Krishna? English तो मतलब बहुत लोग जानते हैं. Wherever there is religion and wherever there is irreligion, Krishna comes, he protects the devotees. But how is it really said? भगवान ने एग्जैक्टली कैसा बोला था? जैसे मान लीजिए मैं आपको संस्कृत बोले बिना डायरेक्ट में इंग्लिश बोलते जाऊंगा, किसी समय में आपको डाउट लगने लग जाएगा ये प्रभु जी ऐसे तो नहीं बोल रहे. परंतु अगर हर इंग्लिश के आगे अगर मैं आपको संस्कृत भी बता दूं, तो आपको लगता है ये प्रमाणित है, you know? Sanskrit, the direct words of Krishna make more authentic. That's the entire. So I thought कि you give me an idea, because I don't want to go through the shloka timing and the devotees feel कि नहीं ये नहीं हो पा रहा है. जब से आपने ये श्लोका सिखाना चालू किया प्रभु जी 4 रोटियां कम खाया जा रहा है, ये टेंशन पड़ जाता है. ऐसे आपको नहीं करना. I don't want to put a burden on you.
पानी का बिल भी बढ़ जाएगा.
I don't want to do that. But I have a skill of doing it. I have an idea of doing it, because I have done so much of this. So the way that they taught us, how it makes effective. I chant, I repeat 5 times, then you repeat 5 times. Yes. Then I repeat the first 1 line 5 times, then added the second line 5 times again, then 1, 2, 3, third line together, then 5 times. So by the time you do all 4 lines 5 times together, you already have a picture of the sloka. It is just a question of opening, like how there is a safe locker, just opening the safe locker within your heart, and okay, one sloka inside will go. It's a question of just putting it inside after that. Anyway, let me know. If that's the thing, then I will have to select the slokas that are the most important to teach. So we'll do that. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.